If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Welcome to First Garden, New Gardener. I'm Joy Baird. It's that time of year to plant cucumbers. A couple of things you want to be aware of while planting cucumbers. One, you do not need a trellis. However, having a trellis of whatever type of stature can make harvesting a much easier task. It will also allow you to see the cucumbers before they get the size of a football and start turning yellow. You can let them sprout on the ground. That is an option. Nothing wrong with that. But again, it makes it a whole lot easier to have a trellis. So we're going to plant on each side of this trellis. The sun comes up behind me and sets behind you. So the sun will expose the trellis in its entirety all day long. We're going to plant two varieties of cucumbers, a Boston pickling variety and a Market Moore. Boston pickling for pickles and the Market Moore for slicing and eating. You don't want to use a non-named variety for pickling. If it doesn't say pickling in the name, you don't want to use it for pickling. It will turn to muck and mush when you try to turn it into pickles. Just a side note. So you want your soil temperature to be about 65 degrees, consistent at root zone. We've got an irrigation system in here. We're just going to kind of work around that, plant beside it, and then the cucumbers will find their way, a few weeds here, will find their way to the trellis and start climbing up. So we're just going to go down ½ inch or so. Not a game changer if you get a little too deep. And I'm just going to do one side here to show. You want to space these every 2 to 4 inches. If you want to get a ruler out, you can do that. Just gauging it is fine. And then, got that. A couple of more here. And that's it. Now, you do not need to add fertilizer unless you feel that your soil is very depleted. Yes, cucumbers are a feeder of nitrogen. They have a lot of greenness. But if you have good soil, you shouldn't have a concern. You can come back and top dress it or add a liquid fertilizer at a later state. So that is something that is not a bad thing to do if you so choose to. And you just want to cover them up, make sure they're all covered, and then put the irrigation system beside the row, not on the row, to allow those plants to get that moisture as required to start growing. I'm going to do the other side, but that's really the simplest form of planting cucumbers. You can come in and mulch this, the areas in which the rows doesn't exist, but you don't want to put a lot of mulch on where the rows are at because it may inhibit the growth or the puncturing of the seed through the soil. Planting cucumbers, you can do it. Thanks for watching me. I'm Joy Baird, and this has been First Garden, New Gardener.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.